Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about what my first month sober was like, how that first month was, because that was crucial and the most challenging time, I think, in my sobriety is those first few days, those first few weeks, and finally my first month sober. And what I've said in a previous video is you don't have to be an alcoholic to become sober. The benefits greatly outweigh any pros to drinking, and your body will thank you so much for your health if you are choosing to go the sober route, and I commend you because it's not easy. It's not easy, and I think sometimes when you keep going with your sobriety journey, people just kind of assume that's it, you're good. But you could slip any day. Just because I have, a few weeks sober or a month sober or 5 years sober, there's still a conscious effort to be sober every single day. But again, I have to say that first month was the most difficult. After that, it did get a little bit easier. But if you are like I was, where I would drink on the weekends, and then be hungover, and then hair of the dog, drink again, then I feel better. It's just not a fun cycle. The first month I was sober, I didn't socialize with anyone. I just kept to myself. I was very much a homebody and hermit, and I'm almost 3 years sober, and I don't intend or plan on going back to alcohol anytime soon, or ever. If I'm lucky enough to be laying in a hospital bed with morphine drips when I'm dying, I might take a shot of whiskey or something. That'd be cool. How lucky would I be if I had that? My last few breaths of life, and I'm like, give me a shot. Anyway, before I go too far off track, before I quit drinking alcohol, I quit smoking. And when I started drinking after I quit smoking, it was the hardest thing in the world to not smoke, because when you're drinking, your choices are not great. And eventually it gets to the point where it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'll just have one. But when I quit drinking, I think that was the most challenging thing I've ever done. Is the most challenging thing I've ever done, because alcohol is so celebrated anywhere you go. It's met with cheer and good times and good feelings. I think anybody kind of likes that little buzz you get. I've gotten to the point where I now realize I don't like that buzz. I remember feeling a little uncomfortable. It's kind of hard to describe, but if I could, I remember when I felt a little bit buzzed and having like that giddy feeling, because that's what the chemicals are doing in your brain and in your body. But I also remember feeling a bit of sadness, like a bit of emptiness, and wanting more and more. And it was never enough. Like, you kind of chase that buzz. And of course, alcohol is a depressant. And it's just so nice to not have that anymore, not have that crutch, not have just a bunch of empty calories consumed and money spent on something that just doesn't last. Like, it just doesn't last. And again, sobriety greatly outweighs any pros of drinking. Your body will love and embrace the sober you, and my body definitely has. It feels so good to be able to function each day and get up in the morning and not feel like totally groggy and awful and sleeping half the day and just kind of a mess. During my first month of sobriety, I didn't think I could do it. Honestly, I never thought I would be where I am today. I did not see this coming. I did not plan it, really. It got to the point where I was so tired of feeling the way I was feeling. I didn't like feeling the way I did in the mornings after a night of drinking. But if you're going through your sober journey and maybe you relapsed, maybe this is something, like maybe you're sober curious, maybe this is something you want to try, I would say just go for it, because you never know. Like, again, I never knew I would get to this point. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to be 3 years sober in just a few months. That's weird. Whoa. But again, this is something that's very, very difficult to do. And seriously, like, congratulate yourself. Take some time to, like, celebrate your journey and, like, how far you've come. Or if you're curious about doing this, I highly recommend some playlists that I've made. Actually, a playlist I've made. I have a sobriety playlist. You should definitely check out. I think this was honestly much more difficult than when I quit smoking cigarettes. I just feel like alcohol is more embraced in our culture. Like, smoking has already been looked at as, oh, that's bad. Like, it's deemed as, don't do that. But drinking is still celebrated quite a bit, especially in American culture. So, hey, hang in there. We're in it together. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, bye.